Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm having a really exciting person. She just moved to Germany as a student nurse and she is here to share her experience with us. I think she's quite a peculiar case, and I feel like it's someone that we can talk to. I'm going to be asking her a few questions about her language course and everything, that how she got here, and I hope this video explains a lot of things to you on how this whole process works. We are currently in the north of Germany, guys. I traveled 7 seas and 7 oceans, but anyway, here I am. And I'm sure you're gonna love it. All right, make welcome Favour. Madam, please introduce yourself. What are you doing in this country?
I'm Favour, and I'm currently doing the Ausbildung, nursing Ausbildung that last 3 years.
I think all of them are okay. There's this other one that has 2 years.
Yeah, you know.
The 3 years one, the real one. The real one is what she's doing.
Yeah, the 3-year Ausbildung. Exactly.
So you've been here for a couple of months.
Yeah.
How has it been?
2.5 months, to be precise. And yeah, overall it's been good. It's been good. A little overwhelming due to like the new environment
is overwhelming.
New policies, new rules, and all of that, because Germany has a lot of rules. Yeah, but overall it's been good.
It's been okay.
Yeah.
And with classes, you started classes already?
Yeah.
And you're understanding what they're telling you in class?
I try my best.
Hey, I tried my best.
Like, I want to know, have you experienced any like cultural shock? Because everybody has that first thing that just hits you, like, Jesus, why is people like this?
Apart from like the very common one that Germany has like a lot of rules. Like, it's crazy. Very crazy.
There's rules for everything.
Any little thing you do, you have to like look twice.
Yeah.
If not, you are getting like a straffer the next minute. So apart from that, I also found that like in this 2.5 months, I started my Ausbildung because I work in the ambulance Pflege, where we move like from house to house, taking care of patients. I found out that Germans are not very family oriented, and that was a very big culture shock coming from Nigeria, where I mean your uncle, your almost everybody, they are like this, very close with each other. Most of the time living in the same house if possible. But here it's not like that. The old people, most of them are alone in big houses. Sometimes they're even like really, really sick.
Yeah.
Maybe the daughter or the son might even be living in the neighboring town. But
it's a weird thing. I also thought it was weird about them when I came, because I felt like the older people, they are quite sick and they are very old. So, and I'm saying that because in Nigeria, we don't have a lot of old people like that in big cities. Very old people either transfer to the village or die. Life expectancy in Nigeria is like 53.
Am I kind of right? No, I'm very right.
So anybody who is above 70 is doing great.
53.
It's 53, my dear.
Oh my lord.
It's 53. And here their life expectancy is 83.
So why?
You see, so here we have a lot of like, asking why. Oh, answer that question later.
Go ask your grandfather.
So you see a lot of older people here. They make up like 70% of your nursing care every time. They're always sick. Anyway, let's go into the process now. Now you're in Germany. How long did this whole thing take from when you started processing to when you came?
Right from the very beginning, that's the German course, up until I came here, approximately 2 years.
Approximately.
Yeah.
I think that's good. It's close to what we had with Aliyu. Aliyu was about 2 years, 8 months, somewhere around there. But then the reasons for that were very different, which we'll talk about later on in this video.
Yeah.
So about the processing, I shared on my channel one time that the GPNZ, which is the agency you came with, am I right?
Yeah.
Or who assisted you, they are not necessarily allowed to legally recruit from West African countries, because most of the West African countries, I think all of them, are blacklisted on WHO. So because of that, they cannot actively start a recruitment campaign there. Many applicants from Nigeria have to be able to do stuff themselves. What are the things you have to do yourself then?
A couple of things. Of course, the German language, I learned it myself. But nobody could do it. That's for me.
Really, like to come from Nigeria, you have to have at least a B2, at least a B2. But other countries have like B1 and A1 levels. But Nigeria, West African countries, I don't know. Continue.
Yeah, the language learning, did it myself, although like I had like a lot of teachers provided by GPNZ.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Leo,
Mm.
Mr. Fernando, Sister Christina. You guys did a lot for me. You will not understand.
No.
But yeah, they did really well. Mrs. Maureen,
Wow.
Mrs. Jamila, yeah,
Yeah.
they did really well for me. The German course, I learned German, wrote the exam myself. Yeah, got the B2, and then moved over to like the next stage of the whole process. Did the applications with like a lot of assistance from GPNZ. They guided me a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, even when I had to like communicate with my employer concerning a couple of things, they did guide me on how I should go about that.
Like I feel like a lot of people kind of underestimate how much work they have to put into moving to Germany. They think like you just pay the agency money and they do everything and I just come and sleep. No, you don't. You don't get to. What you actually pay for are the services that we're offering. You're not paying any extras. Like you're paying for what we're doing. Yeah. Whatever you ask us to do, we pay you. That's what you're paying for. You get. So and again, to even think that where did you do your German course?
With GPNZ.
Wow. Yeah. And it was 100% online.
Yeah.
And you were able to use that 100% online German to talk to your employer. I am flabbergasted.
You don't have to be. My teachers were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I did the B2 exam and very, very luckily.
Yeah.
I passed.
Luckily.
In one sitting.
Sharp brain, sharp sense. Oh my God.
I did that, and after some time though, I like decided, okay, I could actually go further, do the C1. Yeah. Then I studied for the C1 exam and did that as well.
Oh, that's amazing. So now you have a C1.
Yeah. Exactly.
But okay, you got the B2 with the GPNZ, then you got bored. You know what to go see? You see people that know book. You will know. See them.
Oh my God!
She got bored out of the C1.
I just thought, why not?
Okay. But then in the midst of that, how many times did you not have to write your exams?
Once. Both of them.
I tell people that this girl sent people think that I'm like, see brain on a board. It's just this brain.
I say, it appears my cranium has doubled in size.
Oh my goodness. Esther, please.
Somebody else says. But really, let's even like dive into that part of what your language school was like. A lot of people complain on how difficult it is. And German is this and German. I don't think German is easy anyway. But I feel that there's a kind of seriousness that you have to give into it. What was it like on your side?
My German learning journey demanded a lot of focus and consistency. One thing with language, I don't know if it's like the same thing with other people. Yeah. If you leave it for 1 week, it will leave you. And then maybe the next time you come back, you have to start afresh again. Yeah. So if you really, really want to achieve, let's say, the B2 certificate, when you want to achieve it, you have to make up your mind to focus on it, be consistent, give it your everything at that particular point in time. And yeah.
When you were studying your German, when you were learning your German, were you doing it alone? Was that all you were doing in your life?
No. I was working, and at some point I was studying as well. Yeah. I had like a remote job I was doing, and
wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. Me, I was doing it 100%. I cannot lie. It's not because I was not working. It was all I was doing in my life. Even though I didn't have a choice because I was living in Germany and I didn't have like what do you call it? Like a work permit. So maybe if I had a work permit, I'll work. But then Well, that's impressive that you were able to, one of the issues people also have is being able to like put their time
It's hard.
organize your time to what
It's
I
very
give to the
hard.
language class. Because sometimes you're doing the language class at night,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to come back from work, and then you're tired, and you just sometimes it's really, really, really,
Very
really
hard. Like I can actually understand that it demanded a lot of nights where I did not sleep, you know, just so that I could like cover maybe like a particular topic or so before things get hectic again.
Yeah.
It's kind of
So
hard.
for those of us, or let me not say those of us, 'cause I'm not among the people. Those of for those people, for the students now who are still under GPNZ and they're learning their German, what would you advise? Before you jump there, I'm gonna interrupt you. I'm gonna give that advice in German. Oh shit! You are gonna listen to German. How would you encourage them, or how would you advise anyone who is still there? Because there are some people who have been there for a while and they're writing their exams again and again. We'll get into that later. So how would you advise them? How would you advise them to go on with the studies? Ich hätte dich die Frage auf Deutsch gefragt, ne? Genau. Dann frage ich dich das auf Deutsch. Also, so, es gibt ja noch Schulen, die noch unter der GPNC, also GPNZ, die noch unter der GPNZ noch studieren und die lernen noch Deutsch dort. Wie würdest du sie dann ermutigen? Na, also hast du Ratschläge, was ihnen auch hilft dabei, damit sie auch so schnell wie du auch rauskommen können? Ja, hast du so Ratschläge?
Ja, ich weiß, dass Deutsch nicht einfach ist und ich werde euch raten, sich auf die Sprache zu konzentrieren. Ihr schafft das. Ihr schafft das. Es braucht nur Mut und ja, weniger Ablenkungen. Und naja.
For someone who has been in Germany for just 2.5 months, my girl is doing great. Because really, the learning German outside Germany, when you come here, you actually now start experiencing real German. You start experiencing the conversation.
Like I know I had C1 before coming here, but when I came here, I felt like I had A1. I felt like I had A1. It's not like I don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
At some point, so like because everybody around you is speaking so fast.
Yes.
And then you be like, no, I can't keep up. Then it now gets like a little overwhelming to like arrange your thoughts in German and speak and match up with like their tempo and stuff. So at some point, honestly, I would be felt like I had A1.
Yes. No, I really believe you on that, because when you're talking, it's different from when you're writing. When you're writing, you can think while you're writing. You write slower than you speak. But when you're speaking, in order for it to be fluent, it has to be somehow, how do I put it, engraved in your mind. You know, the language has to be part of you already for it to just flow without having to think about it. And you know. So my girl, you're doing great. High five. Girl is doing great. But then, in your experience so far, do you think it's possible to live in this country without the language?
It's not. Like from your daily life to work to appointments that you'd have to, because trust me, there are going to be like a lot of appointments. House lender, all of it. Yeah, you need the language.
You do.
You need the language. And even if you like think you get by with English, well, to some extent you might be able to in big cities like maybe Berlin.
Yeah.
But majorly, the language is very important for whatever it is.
Yeah, at least you should need like an A-level German. Yeah. If you just want to live here. Yeah. If you just want to live here, A-level German will probably bring you by. We say it in German. That kind of helps you get by.
Yeah.
So just before we round up, I've had an experience. So I've had a lot of people writing on Instagram about how they feel like the process is taking too long. They think like the whole thing is a scam, and they think like this is not going to work. And some of them have actually been learning the language for a very long time.
Yeah.
And sometimes what they now do is probably comment on my posts or comment on my videos, and I'm being very honest about this. Comment on my videos, and they're trying to discourage others as to like, don't believe them. This. First of all, before I ask you the question, everybody whoever commented on my video has not agreed to a conversation with me. Not one. I'm not even talking about public conversation. I say, let's just talk, me and you. They don't want to talk. And it is clear because there's something that's under the sheets. and I'll just leave that on the side. But now coming to you, did you experience any of those kind of discouragements from your colleagues, maybe who have been there longer than you came, because you just came and you finished and you're here?
Yeah.
Your own is too fast.
Yes, I would agree. Actually, yeah, I agree. But when it comes to like discouragement, I've not experienced any directly. Although, like I've heard from like people around me that so and so person said this and that and that, but like directly, no discouragement. And one of the things, like you said, that leads to like this discouragement or like feeling down and over with the whole thing is how long the process takes. Sometimes it might be maybe because the person is not able to pass the exam in one sitting, which is not bad at all. Which is not bad. I mean, B2 is not easy. Let's be real. It's not easy. But one thing I would advise is, instead of focusing on like, I need to be in Germany by so and so time, it's better to take it step by step. One thing after the other. You're doing the German language course, like remove the travel process from your mind and focus on that. Give yourself a goal that by so and so time, I should be able to speak B2 level German, pass the exam, and tell me you will. Forget about the whole other things. One thing after the other.
Now, I was talking to one of the leaders at the GPNZ. I was telling me how some people feel like when we say that Germany needs workers, Germany needs nurses, they assume that Germany will just come and pack people like this and just throw inside their country and say, start working. No, there's a due process. There's a due process, and some people feel like they can cheat that due process, and just because they have the right qualifications, they're going to be put in. It doesn't still work like that either way. Like you have to to give the language. Like I'm speaking to you, even if you're an IT personnel, you're an IT, or like in my job, I don't need to speak any German. All the IT people I know in Germany are doing their German course now as we speak. You have to at some point learn it. I made a video some weeks ago about how you cannot run away from learning the language in this country. Please check out that video in case if you still think that there's a way to come to Germany without learning language. Okay, let's focus. Calm down. So, but how long did it take you to get to B2?
8 months, approximately. Yeah.
She's doing this thing with me. She's doing all your mouth said go. Like
yeah, approximately 8 months.
8 months. Wow. Now I did not even break that record. I did my B2 in 8 months, but I didn't write the exam at that time. So I delayed the exam for I think 3 months because I just want to delay it because I felt like I needed to work, I needed to meet people, talk a lot, get comfortable in language, and so that the tension of the exam leaves my body. And then I not write the exam. So I had the option to write it, but I chose not to because I just felt like I needed more communication at the time. That. Are you saying it is possible?
It's God on your side.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Okay, let me stop being silly. You're talking about God being on your side. Is there a spiritual aspect to this thing?
Yeah, there's a spiritual aspect to almost everything. Yeah. Many people would not agree. I'm not saying that as an unbeliever, you cannot travel outside the country or not. But truth be told, it's just better with God on your side, and it's easier with God on your side. Yeah.
Don't go and aspire to require. feel like that maybe like that. But really, I believe that having a strong spiritual backing on any journey, especially one as difficult as coming to Germany, I think it's like so important. Like when I learned German, Jesus heard my voice very well that period because there are times I would just pray, and I've said this in one of my videos about how I learned German. I know there are times I'll pray to God. I'll be like, God, I know there's a pattern to this language. Show me the pattern. Show me how these people think. The moment he started opening to me how Germans think, I started understanding language better. And there are times when someone asks me, "Oh, how's your German coming?" I'll be like, "If I can speak in tongues, I can speak German." That was my that was my confession. If I can speak in heavenly language, what is German?
I can relate to that like 100%. I actually can remember times where I'll be like, God, you're the one that created this language. If anybody can teach me this language, it will be you. Honestly, like I was literally at that point, I was like, God, you're the one that did this. So only you can make me understand it the way I should.
Yeah.
You know?
Really.
And yeah, we got on your side, like both from the language learning to the whole travel process. You need God.
Hey.
There are offices you enter and where what you just need is favor, unexplained
By the
preference.
way, my name is Favour for hair content.
Yeah. Yes.
Before we get, oh hallelujah, praise the Lord. There's another thing I also noticed again in the agency and people that I've spoken with. I think there's this rush people have, and you spoke about it earlier, and how some people they just want to rush. They want to finish. They'll come to Germany already. See, when we make ads, when we make adverts, we are trying to encourage you. We are trying to show you the options that there are. But I, for one, I don't shy away from also giving the reality. It takes time. It takes time. Don't try to rush it up and like, I'll just finish the German in something like, is it me, I can finish it in 3 weeks? Don't do it. Take your time and actually learn. Make sure you're learning at every level. Anything you don't learn will bite you later in the future. So it's possible, it's very important for you to learn everything you're learning now. Miss Favour is currently still in her Ausbildung, her nursing Ausbildung, and I don't know if I should share this. I don't know if you're comfortable with it because you just came recently to Germany, and I was forced to ask you what you were studying before if you were in school.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I was studying medicine at the time.
Hey nurses, hail. The nurses are one another doctor to our side.
Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Okay, let me stop goofing around. But having that in hindsight, because what year were you at before you left?
3rd year.
Oh, that's great. I personally think that with your experience, I don't know, because I don't know if you've gotten into all of those learning yet, but I assume that with the background you have in medicine, I think it should really help you.
Yeah, truly, it does like give you an edge. Although in like the 3 years that I did medicine in Nigeria, first year is usually like the regular general course. Almost every department is doing the same thing in first year. But 2nd and 3rd year, we did not have like a lot of practical. If it's German, they'll say praxis. We did not have a lot of that. We did a lot of theory. So I know a lot about like the anatomy of the body, physiology, biochemistry, stuff like that. And yes, it does give me an edge in the Ausbildung, but then I know all those things in English. And now I have to know them in German. Like that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a whole different ballgame. But yeah, I'm still working through it.
Oh, guys, like I remember a time one of the like the organs in the body. The Germans don't say it in Latin. Like they don't say it in the medical words.
Yeah,
they say it in German.
Yeah.
So they'll come and tell you, I have a problem with my melt. I'm like, what is melt? It's your spleen. Like, why can't all of us in the medical world choose one language?
If it was Latin, at least your brain will disconnect.
Right?
This means this.
These people, like, although there are a few things like maybe pancreatitis, it's pancreatitis. So yeah, they're kind of close things. But your patient will come and tell you, ich habe Bauchschilddrüse Entzündung. I'm like, Lord, it's pancreatitis. Why don't you just say pancreatitis? I understand. And the bad thing is, when they finish talking to you like that, they will go and moving like this one does not even know what is Bauchschilddrüse Entzündung. They don't even know that it's because of language. Don't believe them. They don't even know because of language. Yeah. It is well. Anyway, we wish you all the best, people. In the next few years of this Ausbildung, I cannot wait to chop your nursing money. So,
are you seeing them?
Please, the money we are going to chop. Our money is still fresh. Our money is going to come out fresh. We can't wait to chop our money when she finishes school. Yeah. And I hope really the best things for you.
Yeah,
really, I hope the best friendships, the best connections. Because coming here, one of the issues people deal with a lot is being alone.
Yeah.
And I really hope that you are able to overcome that after a while.
Well, so far, so good, because I'm the kind of person that can never get bored alone. I find ways to entertain myself. But truly, we are social beings. You can't actually survive without like human contact.
Connections,
Yeah. So
anyway, we wish her the best in the
Yeah,
next
thank
3
you.
years. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section. If you like our face, want to see our face again, please put it in the comment section because we need to be giving our work to do. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
You make me